1.2 billion young people in the emerging markets will become eligible for a job over the coming 12 to 15 years throughout this period. The same countries are currently forecast to generate a little north of 400 million jobs. That's a big gap. Now, the energy of these young people, if they are productively employed and if they have the right air and water and education and health when they're growing up, then this is our future. This is how the world will benefit from the passion and energy of these young people. On the other hand, if you don't give them clean air, clean water, healthcare and education when they're growing up, and a job when they're ready, then you end up with social challenges, migration, social circumstances, an unhealthy population, and therefore a disconnected, less optimistic country. So we've got to find ways to attack this issue with some urgency. Africa has got land and water, arable land and water, but unfortunately, very low irrigation. Only 6% of Africa is irrigated, 37% of Asia is, to give you a relative comparison. And the second piece is that Africa doesn't use adequate fertilizer or growing techniques, so the output per hectare in Africa is 1/3 that of other parts of the world. So clearly there's work to be done both on water and growing techniques and fertilizer and soil testing stations and things of that nature. But that combined with warehousing and a cold chain and the right infrastructure gives you the opportunity to take Africa from being food stressed to being capable of converting agriculture to a business, including for its small farmers. When we get to that form of stability or peace of some type, what can the bank do? What we've done is created a group of a few eminent people from Jordan, from Palestine, including businessmen and politicians, from Egypt, from the European Union and from the US, and Israelis, and tried to see if we can get a group of people to help us understand if there is a peaceful solution on the ground, what can we do in the first 6 months? But then what can we do in the next 5 years to really help with rebuilding Gaza in the right way? There are a number of Middle Eastern countries, Saudi Arabia, for example, who are very interested in contributing to this thinking because they see that redoing this the right way is the best longer-term solution for economic growth there. So I think we'll get more partners on board over the coming month or two. And then I don't know how to answer the question of when this work can begin, because I don't know when there will be relative peace on the ground for this work to begin. You can't begin this when there's a conflict going on.